Greetings and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to take you through one of the most challenging simulations, which is the Capsim Global. So we are currently in actually round 7 of the simulation, and I'm going to take you through step-by-step decisions for this simulation. That's from the R&D to the marketing up to all the custom models, which are the TQM and the HR, to all the other parts of the simulation. So before we start, we are offering tutoring services. So if you are stuck with your simulation, if you want to score big, maybe you are doing average and want to score better, contact us. If you are stuck, if you are into an emergency loan, feel free to contact us and we'll be able to offer you support, which is 24/7, and we'll get back to you to the email as soon as possible. So before we start our video or our lesson, we need to go fast through the report. And remember that here we are going through the round 6 report so that we can see how you've been performing on the round 6 before we make the decisions for round 7. So the report is actually the Capsim carrier. So you can see we are Team Andrews. I forgot to mention that we are Team Andrews because you can see our products are Able and Agip. So Team Andrews, you can see we are actually leading the simulation of all the 3 markets. Remember that the Capsim Global is divided into 3 markets: the United States market, the Germany market, the China market. So if you go to the global market here, you can see Team Andrews is leading in the market share with 24.4%, which is a very, very good percentage considering that we are competing against other teams which are here. So we are doing good as per round 7 is. Also, we have the research and development part of the report whereby you can compare yourself with other teams, maybe with other products. We have the marketing department, which is the most important, and under the United States we have the low tech and the high tech. So we only have 2 products in this simulation. That's the low tech product and the high tech product. In the other simulation, in the other Capsim or Capstone simulation, normally say the low segment and the high segment. So at the moment you only go using the low tech and the high tech. So under the low tech, we can go through and see what customers need. And here under the USA market, customers need a pricing of 15 to 35, and it has 55% importance. An age of around 3 years, it has 19% importance. Speed and accuracy of 7.8 each, and it has 19% importance, 17% importance, sorry. And 14,000, 20,000 for the service life, and it has 9% importance. Next is the high tech of the USA market. Here high tech, we have the customer buying criteria, and here customers expect a speed of 11.6 and accuracy of 11.6, and has 39% importance. 0 years for the age, it has 32% importance. 17 to 23,000 hours for the service life, and it has 19% importance. Lastly, the pricing, they need around 25 to 45, and it has 10% importance. Next on is the next market, is the Germany market. Now the Germany low tech, customers expect a price between 15 to 35. It has 50% importance. Speed of 7.8, accuracy of 7.8 has 21% importance. 3 years of age, and it has 15% importance. Lastly, a service life of 14 to 20,000, and it has 14% importance. Now to the high tech for the Germany market. This is what customers expect. Positioning speed of 11.6 and accuracy of 11.6 at 43% importance. 0 years for the age, 33% importance. Service life of 17 to 23,000, it has 16% importance. And lastly, a pricing between 25 and 45, and it has 8% importance. Next one is the last market, is the China market. And for the China market, this is what customers expect. 100 to 240 for the pricing, it has 60% importance. 3 years of age, it has 14% importance. Speed between 7.8, accuracy 7.8, 14% importance again. 14 to 20,000 for the service life, it has 12% importance. On to the last part of the China market, which is the high tech. Here customers expect a speed 11.6 and accuracy 11.6, has 41% importance. 0 years for the age, it has 28% importance. 17 to 23,000 hours for the service life, it has 20% importance. And lastly, 170 to 305 for the pricing, and it has 11% importance. So after keenly going through the report, considering you have gone through the report for each and every market, also you need to compare yourself with others, maybe in relation to how many products you sold and others. we can now come back and make the decisions. So we shall go back to the portal. And as I said earlier, we are company Andrews and we only have two products. That's the Able and Agep. So Able product is selling in the low tech, and high tech we have Agep as our product. So we need to make decisions for the R&D, for the speed and accuracy, and maybe the service life, so that we can come up with a revision date. So I'll consider giving this 10.2 and 9.5 as the accuracy. So we can see that our revision date is very early, March 3rd, 2033, which means we are selling the product within the same year, so that's recommendable. Age at revision is 1. The cost, material cost per unit is 9.21. Remember that we normally focus more on cutting down the material cost. We shall get to that when we get to the production. The R&D cost that we're incurring for this product is 169, which is a very good number, because we are cutting down on costs so that we can maximize on profits. Next product is Agep. Agep, I want us to sell it to give it a speed of around 10.1 and 9.3 for the for the accuracy. 9.3, and you can see that the revision date is February 15th, 2033. So still we are also selling it within the year 2033. So that's quite recommendable for this product. So next on, we can now move to marketing, but before that we can also check out the material cost is at 8.8, 294 for the R&D cost. That's the total for the two products. Able 169, Agep 125. So we are trying as much as possible to cut down on costs. Down here you only have the customer buying criteria again, whereby you can compare the expectation of your products, or maybe the expectation customers have for the products. Here you have the edge profile, whereby you can see the edge profile for your two products. Here you have the perceptual map, which you can be able to see the positioning of the products in the perceptual map. Next on is marketing. And under marketing, we're making decisions for the price, promo budget, sales budget, and lastly the forecast part. So for the USA market, we are selling two products. That's the Able and Agep. So Able, we won't change any pricing. Our prices are quite fair. I went through them on the report. Promo budget is fair too. Sales budget is fair. So we'll only make adjustments for the forecast. So for the forecast, I'm going to give it around 2190. This because we have a high inventory on this product, so I don't want us to be able again to forecast more, because we'll lose and get into an emergency. So I'll give it 2190. And then for Agep, I'll give it around 2000. This after calculating using the number of products that we sold in the last round, and also putting into consideration the market growth for this current year. So for Agep, again, I'll maintain the price at 29.50, 1300 for promo budgets, 1400 for sales budget. So the promo budget will help us to increase the customer awareness, and the sales budget will mostly help us in increasing the customer accessibility. How easily can customers access our products? Next on is the second market, is Germany. Germany also, we're selling all our two products. Price, I won't change it, it's quite fair, 32 for the Able product. Promo budget 1350, sales budget 1350, which is quite fair. For the forecast, I'll be able to adjust it maybe to around 2310. Considering these are the calculations that I made when going through the report. And for the Agep, also I won't change the pricing. Promo budget I won't change, sales budget I won't change, but I'll change the forecast to around 1500. Let's give it 1420, which is quite fair. Next one is the third market, which is the China market. China market, I'm only selling one product, which is Able, at a price of 204.25. Promo budget 1200, sales budget 1200, and then forecast I'll just maintain it at 1500. Maybe I'll give it around 1560. Sorry. Okay, 1550 is fine. Agep, we are not selling it in the China market because the demand is too low, so we won't be able to sell it because we need to maximize on our profits. And if the demand is low, it means that we'll be incurring more costs than or rather the return on investment will be quite low for this product, so there's no need to invest in it. Next on is production. And under production, now we are focusing on producing products that we have just forecasted. So our forecast for able in the USA market is 2190. We have an inventory of 864, so we're going to produce around 1470. If you produce 1470, you'll see that you'll have average of 67 products, which is quite fair. For the second product in the Germany market, still able in the Germany market, the forecast is 2310, the inventory is 0, so I'm going to produce around 2310 products. 2310. 2310. So I need to reduce the forecast to around 2180. Okay, so producing 2310 simply means that we'll have an average of 39, which will act as a buffer to avoid us stocking out again. China market able, we're going to produce around, considering our focus is 1550 and we have an inventory of 138, so we're going to produce around 1520. And if you produce 1520, you can see I'll have an average of 48, and also you can see our plant utilization is up to the maximum, so it's 199%. So that's so good, because we are maximizing our production for the product able. Next on is agap. In the USA market, our focus is 2000. We have an inventory of 206. So that simply means that we shall just maintain 1900. We'll be having an average of 31. Next on is in the German market. The focus is 1420, inventory of 0. So that means we can be able to produce around 1500 products. And if you produce 1500 products, that simply means you'll have an average of 21, and the plant utilization is actually 200%. So 3400 out of 3400 products have been ordered, so 200% plant utilization. This means we are maximizing our plant utilization to the maximum, so that's very good as a company. So we're done with the production. Down here you can modify the plant. This means you can buy capacity or automation, and when you buy automation, you'll be cutting down on the material cost and labor cost, and that's how you'll be maximizing on your profits. But at the moment, you're coming to the end of the simulation, so there's no need to buy that. Capacity also, I don't think we'll be able to buy capacity, because considering it's round 7 of the simulation, even if you are maximizing our plant utilization 200%, there's no need to buy it, because we don't know how the demand will be in the last round of the simulation. So that's all. Here you have the margins, whereby you can see the variable cost, which is actually labor cost plus material cost. You also have the contribution margin, and you can see almost all our products, or almost rather all our markets, are giving us a contribution margin above 30%, which is very good, considering our company is actually at the top of the simulation. Workforce summary, you can see the workers that are needed this year, and maybe the turnover rate, and maybe the second shift that we have. So next on, we shall go to the next department, which is finance. And under finance, we haven't done anything, and you can see that our cash position is at 46,372. That's a very good number, considering we have cleared everything that we have. This actually after we have done our divisions, meaning all the costs have been removed from the finance department, and you can see our cash position is very good. Next on will be the custom modules. Here we have the TQM, total quality management. We have talked about it before, so this is just another department that's used maybe in cutting down costs in the company. And for me, I normally invest 1500 in it, so 1500 for each and every TQM initiative, and this will help us in cutting down the costs. Also, it will help in a few things that I'll mention shortly. So the TQM is very important part in the simulation, and you need to invest in it so that you can be able to maximize on profits. So these are the cumulative impacts that the TQM has: material cost reduction, reduction of the R&D cycle time, labor cost reduction, it increases the demand, administrative cost reduction, accessibility, productivity index, all that. Also the production after adjustment, turnover rate, it increases, productivity index, all that. Next on, under the customer modules, is the human resource, of which I'll just invest around 1400 each, and this will help in the in our workers. So you can see manufacturing and training, scientists, that's recruitment and retention, and also compensation for the workers. So I'll just invest 1,400 each. And if we check out our pro forma, you can see that our score is 80.1 out of 100, which is a very, very good score in the simulation. So we're not going to change anything at the moment. If you need such results in your simulation, feel free to contact us and we'll be able to help you out. So I'll just save the decisions. We can go through our income statement. You can see the sales, we are generating 100% of revenue, maybe the balance sheet, and you can see that we are really doing good as a company. So if you need such results in your simulation, just shoot me an email and I'll be able to help you. So thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you need help, contact me in the email. Thank you so much.